You've only got one take to do this. One take to write something you've always dreamed of filming. One take to shoot the visuals trapped in your mind. One take to go from computer screen to silver screen. One take to solidify the beginning of your legacy. This is the Capstone Project. Students go to work on day one, generating ideas and storylines to produce.
It's super off the wall, so it's kind of hard to explain it to people, and then it becomes hard to explain to yourself.
Like, let's say Jay-Z, he's a rapper who doesn't write his stuff down. He writes it in his head, and that's kind of how I've been making this movie. I don't have it scripted or anything, but I have a lot of the key events, a lot of the key characters.
This is one where the lines are well thought out.
I had Mark look at it, and he said, boom, 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 you know, fix this, this, and this, and you're golden, you're done.
Talking about it, and you're thinking about different ways to make it better. And now that I have the opportunity to actually make it happen, I probably won't know what the hell to do with myself afterwards, because I won't have any projects left to do.
With their scripts set and interviews planned, students went deeper into a storm that rained down unexpected challenges.
Which interview is the most important?
I would say probably the CEO, because he's like the head honcho of the company, so he knows the most knowledge about that.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Bill.
Hi, I'm Brent.
Nice to meet you. I didn't know we were going to do an on-camera interview. I just figured it would be...
Is that all right if we do a quick?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, people know that it's going to be an on-camera interview beforehand. I mean, I kind of assumed that he knew.
Right.
Since I said documentary. But
Just a piece of advice.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to do on-camera interviews, you should probably tell somebody that.
Okay. I apologize.
Sure. I just thought we were just going to sit down and talk. I probably would have guessed a little different, but if this is all right with you, it's all right with me.
Yeah, that's okay. You ready back there?
No, we're not. You need a memory card.
Brian, a guy, my main actor, he was supposed to be here today, and he completely dipped out on me to go hang with his girlfriend.
Oh my God.
Just meet me back at the room. I feel like it's never ending because I'm afraid that someone else is gonna cancel on me, and I'm not paying them to come and act in my film, so they don't understand that, hey, this is worth a lot of points.
I live across the street. I just need to go grab it quick.
Are you gonna take an hour and a half this time?
No, I fell asleep for a little bit. You didn't tell me about no script.
Because I didn't expect you to.
Did you expect me to say no?
Anyways, my future, they don't care about my future. They care about themselves. So if something that sounds more fun for them comes up, they're gonna say, hey, Cody, sorry, but I would rather do this. Success! Like 20 seconds. That's about all it is. An hour and a half of filming for 20 seconds.
So I'm telling them the camera that I'm gonna use, and they ask, oh, how much is that worth? And then when I tell them, they're like, oh my God. This is becoming more real. Fitting the Merlin onto the Sony and balancing it. It's something I should have done before we got up to the location. I wasn't prepared with the Steadicam. Now my shots will be pretty plain with having to, for at least some of his parts, they'll be non-moving, when I would have preferred them to be moving.
Before it was to go to the Grand Canyon, that didn't work out. We ended up trying to hitchhike out of Phoenix, but can't hitchhike out of Phoenix. Just, no one will pick you up. Ended up taking a bus to Flagstaff and taking a taxi down to Sedona, and then next morning ended up hitchhiking to Cathedral Rock and kind of venturing around there, hiking around Cathedral Rock. Found a nice campsite, set up camp. We had a campfire that resulted in $125 campfire. Experienced a lot, we learned a lot, we met a lot of cool people. I ended up falling in love with Flagstaff, and I honestly don't think I would have done anything differently. I mean, I'm definitely going to go back to Flagstaff.
I was sitting around when I first thought of the idea of the stop motion, and I was trying to think of just anything you could get into that most people probably wouldn't even bat an eye at. Well, it definitely did take a long time, which I figured it would. There are some difficulties, like there's times where I couldn't get the stick figure to stand up right. That's why I ended up putting tape on the bottom of his feet to actually get him to stand up right. I'm convincing myself that I can do this, and I think I've got this.
I grew up racing, and then a second passion evolved with shooting video, so I'm really comfortable here.
So no riding for you this weekend?
No, I didn't even bring the bike. I didn't have room in the car. Nope. Running this bad boy all weekend.
We're riding this weekend at all?
I didn't even bring the bike. I got so much filming to do.
Okay.
And it's gonna drive me nuts that I can't pump around this whole weekend.
Only days to turn in the rough draft, students scramble to pull everything together.
It's got to start coming together, though.
Oh, it's kind of,
The story needs to start. We need to get it.
Pretty rough. It's gonna be pretty rough. That's all I have to say. I'm not looking super forward to it, but it gives you an excuse to like have to work hard on it. So I'm gonna get a lot of editing and putting stuff into place done. It's time and place for serious stuff, but you gotta be funny sometimes. So it's nice to have a little bit of laughter in your life. That's more of my style. So you know, I enjoy that. I work a lot better, I feel like, and it's easier for other people to just kind of do whatever when you can not be super serious about everything. That's just what I have the most fun doing.
It's the only show that was going on during the filming for my Capstone, and it'll pretty much make or break it, I think.
We're giving you a GoPro here.
Cody did great performance. I was happy with it. Did real good. B-roll shots and everything that I should need to bring this masterpiece together finally. It's going to be a couple long days, but that shouldn't take much more than that, I'm hoping.
Students made it out of the storm, looking to save what they can in the final stage. Editing.
Well, here's an example. This is Brad dying. We had Lucas act around it so he would hold his position while Brad acted like he was dying and then got out of frame. I used the mask around Lucas's head. I had to cut around Brad when he died. If you watch the red, I had to move each and every one of those points, every frame that he died on screen. And you're left with this nice vaporization. You know, it's fun to kill your friends. One time it took me 3 hours to do 5 seconds.
This dude walking around a city and everything but him is removed from the city, so it's just this guy walking around this empty city. So what I've been doing to do that, typically I'll go into Photoshop and remove everything, including this guy, using the clone stamp and a couple other tools. Basically just wipe everything out of this city. Well, now I have 2 layers. I go into a program called After Effects. I basically mask the layer that with nothing on it so it's just the layer with this guy walking around on it. Editing's definitely a big portion, and I think it's kind of the way it's edited is pretty make or break for how it's going to turn out.
All of a sudden, the idea is now a movie.
The experience of kind of being out there and shooting everything was pretty rewarding.
I didn't expect to be as difficult, that ended up being the most difficult.
Epiphany, like a light bulb went off.
Just had to take a step back and just breathe and relax.
As much as I wanted to get close back to why I started this program, it's like that feeling you get when you're going back home.
Don't even try, because you're not gonna do it like we did it.
These students have solidified their legacy as Central Lakes College videographers. They are the class of 2015, and their capstone is a reflection of just that.
And take 1. Action! This is Nick. He's gonna be filming, his final project is us making our final project. How creative.
I swear to God, if you put this in there.
Stay out. Close it and then...
I film just like this, just sort of just keep on filming, and sometimes you get something good.